Hey guys, welcome back to another Virgo Girl recommendation. Before we get started, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, today's recommendation is going to be Dear Mama. Have any of you out there seen it? If you have, comment below and let me know what you think about it. I think it was very well done. First of all, love that the mom is doing some narrating. I love how you can see his family members in the documentary and how they talk about things that were going on, give their side, their perspective on things. It's just really, really, really a great documentary. Not a dull moment, of course, and how could it be when you have Tupac involved? But the fact of the matter that they started off the documentary with before he was born. I like how they touched on his mom because, of course, she was such an important figure in his life, and how they talked about how she went through so much even while she was pregnant with him, and how she kind of, I like that it was her words, like her speaking about, the things she went through, and how basically, in a nutshell, she was just trying to make things better for her unborn child. Like a lot of the things she was doing was in an attempt to make the world a better place for her son so he wouldn't have to go through some of the things that she had to endure. But at the same time, she was fully aware that things weren't going to be perfect for him, no matter, even despite everything that she was doing, the world still was going to be a tough place for him. And she pretty much prepared him for that, while he was growing up. And they touched on that. The one thing that I really, really liked was the fact that they showed an interview with Tupac when he was 17 years old, and it showed you how intelligent he was, how his mind kind of worked, and how he was so ahead of his time, even at that time. Like some of the things he was saying, it wasn't something that you would hear from a typical 17-year-old, and it showed that his mom really had taken the time to invest in him and try to make him, an upstanding young man. Also, I liked how the mom said that this one thing really stuck out to me, and it's so important, I think. His mom said that she loved anything that was written. She felt like that was her way of educating herself. She loved things that were written. And I that stood out to me because, to me, when a person is a big reader, that is very, very impressive to me, because so many people today don't read. They don't pick up books and just read and get knowledge for themselves. A lot of people just go by what they hear or what they see, instead of, actually picking up a book and reading and educating themselves. So I love that she said she loved written. Anything written is what she said she loved. And you can tell also his mom, Tupac commented that his mom could have gone to college and been anything she wanted to be because she was so intelligent. And that's so obvious, A lot of time, people who are avid readers, they are some of the most intelligent people, because reading is so important. People who read a lot, they are arming themselves with knowledge, and it comes out. It just comes out. It's almost like when I shouldn't say you, but when I meet someone, it's very easy to tell that they are readers. And it's just, basically, there are so many people that I know and who are readers, but even before I knew them, like, well, you can just tell when someone is a reader, and you can also tell people who are not readers. It just kind of like comes out in the way they speak, in the way they carry themselves, and the way they think about things. Educating yourself is very important, and there is more than one way, to get an education. And a lot of people, even though she didn't go to college, by her being such an avid reader, she was still very educated, and she was still very intelligent. So that was just something I wanted to touch on, on a positive note. They also dug into how his mom did go through a lot of trials and tribulations with, substances and things like that, and how she, had to work on that, and how that right there alone, of course, that's something that really, really brought, kind of like turmoil, of course it always will, when someone's dealing with any type of addiction. So they, touched on that a little bit, but I don't want to give spoilers for those out there who have not seen it, but I will highly recommend it. The music, when they played his music, anytime they play his music, it just takes me back and it makes me want to go listen to all of his music. Oh my gosh, Tupac was such a poet, so talented. His music, the way he rapped was so unique to me. I just think he had his own style. He had his own, like just his voice. You knew it was Pac. It's just like there's no way anyone could imitate him. He's just like one of a kind. He was so amazing and such a great talent. And I mean, of course, gone way too soon. He was very, very young. But the one thing I want to talk about before I end this is how at first I was guilty of thinking another like Tupac, like quote unquote, like movie, documentary, or what have you. Another one, I was thinking to myself, it was going to be kind of like the other ones that they had. This is not that, guys. This one is really, really good. It's really different from anything that I've seen, like as far as like the movies go. So this one is a good one. I would definitely recommend checking it out, especially if you were a Tupac fan, or if you are a Tupac fan, definitely check it out. It's so interesting. Once again, this one is, no, not once again, I don't even think I told you guys. This one is on FX. And FX is actually on Hulu. So if you have Hulu, that's how I'm watching it. I have Hulu, so I'm actually watching it on Hulu. So you should be able to check it out on there. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video for now, guys. And until next time, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.